Welcome in everyone to the Challenge After Show. Tonight, Pamela and I are talking about the challenge, season 41, Vets and New Threats, episode 15, the best birthday present. And I was like, the best birthday present? Oh, wait, no, it wasn't the best birthday present for
Well,
Mr. Jake. But yeah,
I'm glad you're just reading that now because
yeah,
I don't usually ever read the episodes, which is like I just don't see them. But I did see it front and center before I started this episode,
yeah.
and it fucked with my head, I'll tell you. I was like, what? Wait, what? And then I was like, oh, it's a fake out. Because then he says the best birthday present would be if everyone decides to vote in
I,
Turbo
I
and
love it.
Sydney instead of me. And I'm like, is that going to happen? I gotta say, I'm not just are they passively lazy titles, they're like sinister. I'm like, what? Why would they call it that?
Well, I mean, look,
This
it
title
definitely,
threw
if
me.
someone were to read the titles now, like back in the day, I never read the titles, right? I never read them. But now, because we do the show, I got, I want to know what's up. So, but like, I would never read the title ahead of time. But if you did, you were definitely thinking the whole time, well, Theo's got to be going home then, since once you find out Theo was against him, team versus team, like, well, if it's the best birthday present, Jake would get a great birthday present of winning, not losing.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? But
Well,
anyways,
because
they got
they
me.
took this one. This one was taken deeper than just. It
Well,
wasn't just passively stupid. It was a throw you off. Because at first I was like, all right, so they're gonna win the daily challenge.
oh,
And
I
then
see
that
what
wasn't
you thought. Okay, that's
happening.
good.
And then you heard the quote, which was, it would be the best birthday ever if. And I was like, are they?
Are they gonna win tonight?
Now I'm like, oh, they're actively messing with us in this one. Usually I think it's just a nothing throwaway. We got a boogie or something. But
Yeah, yeah.
this was actively like, oh, you're messing with us because they had me.
And then speaking of best birthday present, you had Jake obviously talking on FaceTime with his family, and then you got Nani talking on FaceTime with her old pal Jenna. And since Nani got to talk with Jenna, I figured that maybe you and I should get to talk with Jenna. So we pulled some strings, and oh wait, what's this? Here's Jenna muted, and there she
Hi
is. No, she's real. Oh my
guys!
goodness.
Arjana.
Are you
Woo!
are you FaceTiming in your Jenna right now while
We
you're
had
in the
to.
Yeah,
challenge room?
you're Arjana.
Hi
Yay.
guys!
Hi. How's it going?
I miss you.
I miss you. It's so good to see your face.
You too. What's going on, guys?
Yeah. Yeah,
How's the
yeah,
after
baby.
show? How's it
Yep.
going?
It's
Show's
going
going
good. We
great.
miss
I
you.
mean, yeah, we definitely miss you. Great season, though. We're really enjoying the season so
It's
far.
it's a really good, it's an amazing season. And I thought of you also because Jenna, so on this episode, Nani phones a friend and calls Jenna and they're talking for a second. But Jenna, challenged Jenna, not our Jenna, had really leaned into she's from New Jersey, right?
I think Long
Or
Island or
Long Island. I was going to say somewhere, but she's living in
very
Michigan now
close.
with her many children and Zach.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she has leaned in her accent. I'm like, oh, being on the East Coast, I don't know if she was away from it, but she's like, oh my God, like she is full. She sounds more Jersey slash Long Island than she's ever sounded before. So I was like,
I
we need our Jenna in
And
Jersey.
during
yeah.
during the during the conversation, she's pregnant with another kid. So I don't know. This
Oh my
was obviously taped
God.
before. I think that kid has now arrived and is in the world. But like, what do they have? Five kids now together? Is it up to five? Four?
Four, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. So Jenna, tell us because we know you've been busy with your own babies and lives, what you are aware of in
She's
challenge
uh
world
she's
at all
she's
right now. Anything we know. Oh,
she's
she's
frozen.
frozen.
Yeah, she's been frozen. Yeah.
Oh
Of course,
man.
when we try to get her on the show, she's
Yeah.
like, "We're fine."
Well, this might be her. Listen, we get it, Jenna. You're busy. You don't have to freeze up on
Wait,
us. And
am I
It's
oh,
back?
you did unfreeze. Okay.
How long was I frozen? What did
A
my
good.
freeze look like?
It
it was
looked
good.
nice,
Good
just kind
smile.
of shot like it was a nice, it wasn't like it wasn't mid-expression.
Good.
It was
I
nice,
love
but
that you're
Um,
on
so
the
do
move now.
you, what
I'm on the move.
challenged has gotten into your, we know you're not watching the season, so we're not going to make you talk
No.
about the show, but what challenged has entered your, like, has filtered through your world? Like, what have you heard?
Oh my
Anything at
God.
all?
Oh, that's good. That's
I
fun.
don't. I don't think anything, honestly, that I'm
Okay.
sorry. Like that is really terrible. Everyone's gonna be like, why did you even have her on? Like she knows nothing that's going on. I deleted my TikTok, my Instagram.
Wow.
All I have now is YouTube, and I still have Facebook, which is a really weird one to have. Like I never went on it when I had TikTok and Instagram, but now that it's like my only place to doom scroll, which was the purpose of deleting all those apps to begin with, but yet I'm
Yeah.
still doing it somewhere else. Um, it's fucking weird. Facebook is
Yeah.
weird. Like so many people, it's kind of like TikTok and Instagram in the way where like so many people who you don't follow, who you don't know, you just see all their posts all the time. It's so strange.
Yes.
You just get like inundated with all of these random posts all the time. And I don't think it has figured out my algorithm, like what I like or like what side of things I'm on. So I'm just getting it all. And it's like
Mhm.
very overwhelming. So I should probably delete that too. But anyway, all of that to say, it doesn't realize I like the challenge because I don't get any challenge info. But it's
I don't
weird.
on Facebook, which is my sole purpose for most other social media. I think Facebook is the most like camp friends, like you are most like in touch with. There's people that I have not spoken to in 30 years, and I'm like, I know what Amy S is doing on, like
Weird.
you just are getting, I know all about their lives. I'm like, I'm glad your daughter graduated third grade. Facebook is definitely more of a yearbook type of social media for me, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
But that being said, I was watching Inferno 3 last night. So
You always
no,
watch the oldest episodes, just
I
like, oh,
do. I watch old ones, and I don't think I'd ever seen that one, to be entirely honest.
really?
So it's very new to me. Yeah. So we
Tell
always go
us
back to old ones.
who's
It
got
was
what's Inferno Three's deal? Like
It's
who's on it? What's
well, it's the good guys. Anyway, do you guys want me to just take away from this episode? Because I feel like we're just gonna talk for a long time. But it's good guys versus bad guys. And you know what?
I remember.
Johnny Bananas is on the good guys
Yes.
this
Hmm.
season. So how funny his
Yeah.
growth. CT is obviously on the bad guys, and this is one of them when CT gets kicked off before they even hit the 24-hour mark.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like, wow, he couldn't even make it through the night. It's crazy.
Yeah, you did. So, Jenna, real
Mhm.
quick before we let you go, you did check out a little bit of the season. You watched it up until Johnny Bananas so far. That's where you're caught up to. So, before that, let me ask you this just for fun. Any of the rookies that you liked? Did you like any of the rookies? And do you think, can you name any of the rookies that you think might still be in the game? We won't tell you the answers, but we are curious to see what you think, who you think made it, because we're almost done here. It's almost over. Yeah.
I don't know if I can name a single rookie, period.
Okay. All right.
I'm so sorry. This is so
Fair.
bad. Just for everyone to know, I didn't come on the after show for the season because I was working two jobs. I have my kid, long commute to work. So like things just in other places of the world haven't been quite sticking in my brain. But I what I can say is it is true. I stopped watching after Johnny Bananas left. However, it's not because I just, oh, Bananas left. It just is kind of like the
Right.
busy schedule and everything. But I was gonna make a
How
joke.
about this? Any vets that you think that might still be in it? Because we know the names of the vets. How about this? Yeah, give us that, and then we'll let you
Well,
go.
I know Nani's there. So I think Nani made it.
There you go. Yes.
I'm happy to hear Nani is still there. That's great.
Hmm.
Oh, right.
Um,
That's how
yeah.
thick you're excused from not knowing because I'm like, how do you know Nani's there? And because all of this is because Nani called. Literally, I was like, oh, well, I don't know. Maybe you follow Nani on Facebook. Like,
Facebook.
you are my brain. I forgive both of you guys with babies because I don't remember. I'm like, I watched the episode 2 hours ago, and I have since listened to a podcast about a work thing, and now that's all that I know. That there's
You know
this
what I
much room in my
can
brain. Like,
Exactly. And it's like 8 p.m. where I am, and that's like really when it all just like turns off. But what I can say
yeah.
is I vividly remember the challenge when they had to kick field goals. I
Yeah.
loved that challenge. I thought it was so hilarious. Pam is now
Oh,
racking
when
her brain.
Olivia
And
did
Olivia,
it,
and was
Olivia like
her partner was Justin, right?
just
No, no, no.
no. I think it was like
Her
it was
partner was
another gay
the
guy.
announcer
Like,
guy that left. What's
oh, it wasn't a gay. It was
Ben.
Ben, who we
His name was
love.
Ben?
Sorry, I'm
Ben.
like, it was another.
Yeah,
I
Ben. Yes, Ben's
remember.
correct.
Yeah, I'm canceled. Yeah,
And
no,
I
it
just
wasn't
thought Oh my God, that poor guy kept kicking his leg off and he couldn't kick a field goal. And then Olivia was finally like, here, let me try. Which the entire time I'm like, why has she not
Oh,
tried yet? I'm like,
conspiracy. I had a conspiracy for this. Conspiracy was her boy Theo was behind in it, so she was gonna let Ben keep messing up, and then as soon as she thought she saw Theo come back up and like, okay, he's about to finish, then she went and kicked it, so to make sure Theo didn't get last place, something
okay.
like that, left behind. It
I
was
was
some weird thing
thinking
like that.
Conspiracy.
there had to be some sort of rule. Like there was a reason why it took so many chances. And finally the producers were like, fine, girl, just go kick it. Because also like she wasn't going to run after the ball at all. She was literally just sitting there getting so mad at Ben, but not
Mm.
doing anything to participate. But
Yeah.
I loved that one. I thought that that was a really good challenge. So I remember that. And now I
Yeah.
remember Justin and Ben. You know who else I remember? Not by name, but
Yeah.
the girl who was kind of with Rogan. Is she still there?
Oh, geez, no, no,
Oh,
I can't even think of her name. The fact that Rogan was even on this season blows me. There's been 3 months of this, Jen. It's crazy to
Izzy.
think
Her name
Rogan
was
was on,
Izzy?
huh?
Was her name
Oh,
Izzy?
there was
Yeah,
an Izzy.
yeah.
Listen, Jenna,
Rogan,
you
Rogan
are
was hooking up with Izzy. Izzy ended up losing to Tay in an elimination. You remember Tay?
Kind of.
yeah. Izzy and Tay to
Her name's
me are the
Taylor.
I always
Taylor, full
confuse
name.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny to think back because when you forget, like who was the first person eliminated from the show? Was it Rogan? Was he up there? He was one of the
It was
first.
by Justin. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's
Oh.
so that feels like a year ago that we've been covering this. We're on episode 15. You do 15 weeks ago. That's 3 months. It's insane how
Well,
long
that's what
these
I was
Yeah,
seasons are.
thinking too before I came on. I was like, oh my God, this feels like, the season started 4 months ago. No, there was somebody else too that I think I remember. I remember the
well,
guy.
Rogan, Bananas, these people, Tay, that feels like a different I'm
I
like,
know,
oh
but it's
my
the
God,
same
no
one.
wonder it feels far away to you. I'm like, those people were on the same season that we're going to talk
Yeah.
about right now. And
Oh, the
they
lawyer,
were,
right? Was she a lawyer? The
Yeah,
very
she's
intense.
ah,
Sydney.
Yeah.
She's
Sydney.
She's
still,
good at stuff, but it's very, yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
She
that's
was,
very intense. She's still here.
yeah, yeah.
Great.
She's
Now I
still.
don't even have to
yeah,
watch
but
all
I
10
don't want to,
episodes I
it's
missed.
really good, Jenna. When it's bingeable, you should binge it all because it is really good.
Well, she
But
could
with
binge
that,
up
I think
to.
we'll,
I think she can try to binge up to right now if she has. What could she have to even do that on?
very hard to
I
find. It's
know.
very
I
hard to
Oh,
record
find. I
them
had to get
all.
a
I have them
special
all
tape.
recorded, so I
I
can just.
think YouTube TV. My
I
sister
know, but
records it, so I should be able to.
oh, okay.
Yeah. But no, it was really good. The thing is, something just happens. Like I said, at night, like I'm just like, I might just like become goo. And I'd have to like commit myself to being laser focused when watching. Otherwise, I feel like I put it on and I just scroll on my phone. And that might be that's a me problem, not the show problem, or maybe it's a
Well,
mix of
Jenna,
both.
now that you're not covering it, you can do it that way because who cares? You find out
Yeah,
who goes
yeah.
home and you just, okay, they
That's
went home,
probably
you
why.
know?
But I will
But
say,
now
like,
that you,
when I did
oh
log
no,
in to watch it, I always had something to say though. Like I always was
Right.
like fired up and pissed off by something that was happening. Like I did always be like, "Oh, why are you talking to that person like this?"
Mm-hmm.
and
A lot of
this
that
is a
going on.
good season. So Jenna, with deleted Instagram and TikTok and everything, what are you doing when you're scrolling on your phone? Because mine is usually Instagram, and I'm like, what? And there
Being
are things that
hypnotized.
just,
You know what,
yeah.
actually? Truthfully, SNL skits. It's mainly SNL
Oh,
skits,
it's a
people who
good
are
way.
funny online, and then like weird political things that just like suck you up. Um,
So
Yeah.
you're just on YouTube basically scrolling at this point, right?
and and
So
and weird old Facebook. I
Weird
need to
old Facebook, right, right,
I
right.
need to delete Facebook, I think.
I
Um,
have an SNL skit recommendation for you.
okay.
That's like my favorite, and I'm not usually like, hey, watch this skit. And it is a girl, I don't know what it's called. You'll have to look it up. Timothy Chalamet is the
Yes,
host.
I
Mm-hmm.
And
probably
it's
know.
a like little Orphan Annie parody, and Timothy Chalamet is like Mr. Moon. So just look up Orphan Girl and Timothy Chalamet as the moon, and it's really funny.
Okay. Sounds
It
good.
really is. Like I did make a friend watch it, and he was like, What? I love this. Like it's a good,
Good. Good.
it's good. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right,
Well, I
we'll
don't want
let
to take
you.
away from you guys actually
Yeah.
discussing the content of the episode that
Oh,
everybody
we'll
is.
let you go because Jenna, we're gonna hear in the comments. Jenna was on for 15 minutes and they just hung out. Yeah, so we'll hear
I
about it,
know.
but that's fine.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll
But
let
what
you
I
go,
we're happy to
apologize
Jenna.
to
see you.
everybody. You should put the time code markers in the bio so everyone can skip over me.
Nope, we're gonna
Yeah.
just milk it. They can watch. They can fast.
And this is 2025. They can fast forward if
They'll figure
they
it
can
out.
fast forward if they want.
They'll
Yeah.
figure it out. Yeah.
But they won't want to.
Yeah. I feel like
Skip
all I
skip
really did was
here.
embarrass myself and now I need to go delete Facebook. So,
No,
but you
trust
know
me,
what?
Jenna.
I'm just
Every
a
week,
human. This just
ev-
happens,
every
okay?
week,
Gotta have
it's
something.
where's Queen Jenna. Trust me, that's what it is every single week. Oh yeah.
Everyone.
You should start your own after show where it's just you talking. You'll get a ton of views right away. There you go.
She has one. Or I have one when the camera, it was one of
Oh,
us
that
that
was good. Yeah, that was
I
good.
forgot to record. So it's just one of us.
I take 1 week off to go to my brother's wedding, and that's what happens. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so There is me, just a disembodied voice talking to Pam.
Yeah.
It's just
But I
Pam.
think it's the word. I think it's the opposite. Like me like
Also,
nodding and then yeah.
while we're here, I have one as well at AfterBuzz where it's just me talking to the camera because none of my co-hosts
I
showed up
we've
that
talked
night.
about you do it. Yeah, you had
And it
yeah.
was like
Mhm. With
45 minutes
Corey.
me just talking. Well, no, that
Yeah.
was Corey's was different. That was like my second or third show
Hmm.
ever, and no one showed up. And they were like, "You can just
You can
interview
just interview
Corey." And
him.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"I can."
yeah.
Yeah.
But then there was one of me just straight up solo, just talking to the
That's next
camera.
level. That's tough. That's
That
tough
is
to do.
hard.
It was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I like that you're
right,
protecting
guys.
us from your cough. All right, Moa, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you
Love
for joining us.
you. Mwah.
Bye.
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 See how fun that
All right.
was? Isn't that
That
great?
was fun.
Hey,
It's great to see
some
that.
news and gossip real quick. Ridiculousness. Did you hear this? Done after like 40 plus seasons. They're finally canceling that show.
Yes. So
Okay,
I
and I'm
heard that,
like,
and then
but
I
yeah, go on.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just like it's still gonna run in reruns forever though. Like it's still gonna be in my face, but like they're just not gonna make new episodes. They got 40 plus seasons of this crap. But go on, yeah, go on. What do you say?
I had no idea that they had made a new episode of that in the past 30 years. Like when you
Good
tell
Lord.
me that it's canceled now, I'm like, these are new. They're still making this
They were
shit.
making them,
I thought
man.
they
Yeah.
just picked Ridiculous as the show they aired all day, just like it could have been any old MTV show. I had no idea
Did
they
you ever
were,
watch like Tosh 2.0?
yes.
That came out before Ridiculousness, and it was just so much better of a like what he did was just so much better because he was like a real comedian versus Rob is like the
Yeah.
personality, and it's a completely different vibe altogether.
I've
So
never watched more than an accidental snippet of Ridiculousness. I've never
I watched a few
watched any
episodes
of it. I
when
don't
it
even
first
know the
started
format. Like
because
I thought, because Tosh Point oh is like sketch comedy almost.
well,
I
he
mean,
does
he's
that in there too as well, where Ridiculous is just straight up, I'm going to show you a video and then make fun of it with my pre-written
oh, okay.
lines that the producers give me either in my ear or I just memorize them ahead of time. Um, But yeah, I would because he snowballed it right from Rob and Big's fantasy or just Rob's Fantasy Factory, the Fantasy
Yeah.
Factory. He snowballed that right into Ridiculousness as his third show. His original show, Rob, his shows got worse and worse as they went. Rob and Big was amazing. Fantasy Factory started off really good and then kind of went down, and then Ridiculousness was always just not great. But all right, let's get into the show. People are
Okay.
gonna
We're doing
timestamp it.
it.
Timestamp it
Yeah,
15 minutes in. They're gonna finally talk here.
that's right.
Okay, 4 teams versus 3 teams. Dude, this
Yes.
episode, Pam, my overall thoughts, awesome episode. My boy Theo
Yes.
looked like an idiot the whole time, but whatever. At least he finally listened to Adrian at the end and he survived. But man, not a great episode for Theo, but I'm still 100% rooting for them. Those are my
Oh yeah.
thoughts. Go ahead.
Like agree, loved it. Was like like loved the episode. Really didn't know what was going to happen. Again, my favorite activity now is they should have called it. No, don't let him do him. Like that was the best line of this episode
That was
when
so
she's
good.
like, oh,
Olivia,
whatever.
I love
Yeah,
that she threw him under the bus. Said, no, Theo's wrong. He's like, I love that she called
right.
out her boyfriend. I love that about Olivia for this, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm rooting at this point. I'm rooting for Olivia now that the other two went home on their team, which I wasn't rooting for her anyways. But like Olivia and Theo, like these two, if one of them can win this thing, I'll be a happy camper for sure. You're not. I
I
know you
definitely
want
want
Justin and Nani. That's
Theo.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, Theo and Adrienne, which now I figured out. It's like Marianne. Her name is Adrienne. It's not Adrian or Adrian. It's
But
Adrienne, like
some of them call her
Susie Ann.
Adrian and some call her Adrienne.
It's just
They
because
do
they're
the other way.
not hyphenated, but I heard it pronounced a few times tonight, and I was like, it's Adrienne, like two Adri.
I get it.
Anne, like Mary Ann. Okay, anyway, I loved tonight. I have some strong feelings about some of the feelings that were going on, so we'll get to that then. But I thought it was a great episode.
Yeah.
Loved it.
The name of the daily challenge was called Dirty Drifter. Okay. You got a
Hmm.
van wrapped in chains. Now, they had talked earlier in the episode of like, okay, look, we don't want to win this one. We want to just finish in the middle somewhere, but they didn't know what the challenge was going to be. So right when they got there, I was like, man, this isn't the best type of challenge to be able to try. There's no, how are you going to predict where you're gonna
You
place.
can't.
Now, obviously, now I don't know the order that really happened, but what they showed was once Theo got DQ'd, the rest of the teams knew they can take their sweet ass time the rest of the way through this because as long as they don't DQ, they knew Theo was going to get last place. So they knew that that wasn't even going to be enough. They were going to get a vote as long as they just took their time and didn't finish first, which I'm sure those last three teams did if that was the right order that they actually did it in. But my
Right.
point being is the daily challenge the week before where they had to climb up that pole and then undo the lock. That one, you literally could make sure that you were not first or last
Right.
because they were all going at the same time. This
Right.
one, not as good, unfortunately, for them to. Well, I'm glad they couldn't. That was
No,
BS. I hate that they. I wish
they
the
were
first place
envisioning,
counted. Yeah.
yes, they were envisioning a puzzle scenario where you go check, and someone gets it,
Right.
and then you can all go check.
Yeah.
But this was like, you don't know
You
the
don't.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was kind of cool. Um,
It was fine.
I have questions about why. So the first team, okay, well, go ahead. You give
The
yours
first,
because
no,
I have
you tell.
specific
What's your question?
questions
The
for
first
you.
team that went was Nani and Justin, right? Yeah.
So Nani and Justin, so this was great. I liked when they were showing people actually doing it
Right.
because you could see what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Nani and Justin do well. Then we get, what's his Will is hot. Like that's really, I don't know what else to say about him.
She was.
Um,
Oh, this is something I picked up on.
that was
Uh,
a
wait, go ahead.
No, he did look hot. He had like his magic Mike moments, and
No,
Nani was
but
like,
what Anissa said. So Nani was getting turned on, and then Anissa just says, Anissa says like, "Oh, throw me around later," but she's pretending to be Nani. But in theory, after the show airs, she goes and does Will, so maybe she was a little turned on too. Just a conspiracy theory
right.
there. Maybe she was. There you go.
Listen, I don't like Will. And I was like, damn, he is pretty hot. I was like, all right, I'm falling for
There
it.
you
Like he
go.
is good. Stay hot, Will. That's my advice.
Look,
Stay hot.
look, he's got a great body. He's ripped up. I mean,
Yeah,
I wish I
he's good
still
at being
looked.
good looking.
Not that I ever looked
He's a
like
good
that,
looking.
but I wish I looked closer to that than I do now. I mean, it is what it is, you know?
Eh, time and place.
Yeah.
He's like, what is he?
He's like
I don't know.
25. He's only 25. He's young.
He's hot. I mean, he's a hot 25-year-old boy. My nephew again is 22. So I'm like, my little baby nephew, I'm
When you're
like,
that when you're
he's
that
closer to my
young,
nephew.
when you're that young, you can do whatever you want. You can just work out a
That's what
little
I'm
bit, and your metabolism helps you out. It was a good time. It sure was.
Yeah. But
All
I'm
right, go
saying
on with your thoughts.
age-wise,
So you had thoughts about
yeah.
Nani and Justin besides the Hot Wheel stuff?
Nani and Justin did great. So my question,
Right. What's your question?
and then we'll get to Theo and Olivia. So they show Anissa. So with Anissa and Jake,
Hmm.
they wind up having Anissa be the chain puller.
I know.
So I'm like, what
Yeah.
on earth are they thinking just physically, not trying
I
to,
think
I know you're
because
capable, Anissa. I get it. I like doing the hard thing. But why would
after
they do that?
after because after Olivia flipped it, I think Anissa was like, I don't want to flip in that thing because she doesn't want to get
Yeah.
hurt. I think that started off. So and then same at the end after he got DQ'd, noticed all the girls were the chain people, right? But I think that if they didn't get eliminated or DQ'd, I think that maybe some of the guys would have done the chains to make sure they didn't get last. But when they got,
Yes, that was my question to you. Do you think
sure.
they showed it to us out of
I
order?
hope they showed it in order because then my theory or conspiracy what if my theory makes more sense if they actually showed this in out actual order. It makes sense to me why they chose the girl versus
Yeah,
the guy, you know?
because then when they had the other teams doing it, that's what did any of those teams do well? That's where I was like, look, I'm not trying to knock the
So
ability, but when it's a strength thing, I would figure that the big guy would be
look,
better for that.
this is the order that happened. Nani and Justin went, Nani drove, right? Olivia and Will went, Olivia drove, but then Olivia flipped. I think that that scared maybe Anissa and said, Anissa said, I would prefer to not flip in that car. Jake, can you handle? He's like, sure, I'm great, even though he was awful and he went the wrong way. So that
Right.
happened. It is what it is because they just didn't want last, right? Or they didn't
Right.
want to they wanted to get somewhere in the middle. And I think Anissa thought, well, I can do that. But my whole thought too was you have someone that has no endurance doing the chains. And then at the end, she has to do that again. And I was like, Anissa doesn't stand a chance in
Yeah.
pulling ropes. She doesn't have any endurance, man. I
I
train for
don't
the
know.
challenge every year. You don't train for the challenge,
I,
Anissa. You do not.
Anissa did this
Show
is
me your
my
gym
I'll
membership.
shade.
She's like, I
I'm
work
gonna
out at home.
shade
Sure you do.
Anissa. I'm gonna shade Anissa later. At this
Oh,
point, they did a good job. So I'm
they did a good
Anissa,
job.
great.
It took her a
They
long time to get that change, a lot longer than it should have.
I mean,
For
they do a great job, but I don't understand the moronic choice of having Anissa do that. Then drive slowly if you're scared about your theory about
you
scared
couldn't,
about.
Pamela, you couldn't drive slowly. You were being pulled. You had no choice on the speed. All you could do is turn the damn wheel. You could not, there was no brake or gas.
Turn
That
gently then. I don't know. I feel like
Pamela,
there's no way
you
I
could
would have.
try to gently go and then maybe just plow through the boxes and not get your 30 seconds minus. But I think
There,
that's what happened there, I think. And then once Anissa uh did okay or just kind of sucked with the chains, then Theo and Adrian, maybe Adrian was like, "Hey Theo, can you drive as well? I think I can do this faster than Anissa because Anissa sucks, so I'll just be the one that does the chains." And that's what happened there. But
yeah.
of course, then Theo got in the way. And then after that, the rest of
So
the teams were
wait,
like, it doesn't matter. We can just go slow. That's what
but
happened.
in what world is Anissa going to be better than Jake? Again, it's not like it's Anissa and Ben
Right.
of the Kickball, who we love
Of
Ben,
course
but
not.
it's not. In what world is Jake not going to be pulling the chain? Like what?
Because I think
I
she
just
was
don't
afraid.
understand.
Because
That
Olivia and
makes
here,
sense.
if
They're
Olivia went before her like we saw, then I think she was afraid of flipping. Anissa's older. She's got bad knees, bad back. She didn't want to flip in a car. And it could have easily
I
happened.
don't
She had
want to
no
pull a chain.
control.
Like, wouldn't you rather? I guess you have more control. I we need to
Yes.
listen to this is where it's where I need to dive into
Right. And
some
see if
podcast
the
where they
order is
talk
actually
about
the
that
order that appeared on
decision
screen. You're right. Yep.
and that decision. Like it's not just like Anise has got a partner and that was a weird choice. Jake is like like a muscle bound young
Right.
kid. Let
And
him
so
do the pull.
that's the only reason I can think that that would even be fathomable is that she was
Okay.
afraid of flipping in that car because of what she saw happen to Olivia. That's the only thing I can think of what that happening.
Okay.
I have nothing else to say about the daily challenge. It was fine. Um,
A lot of people flipped and everyone seemed fine. At first, I was like, that is so scary. Like
oh, we can
a
talk about
truck
Theo.
flipping
Yeah,
over.
yeah, we can talk about
Yeah, well,
Theo.
Theo. Oh, Theo. Let's
Like
talk about
Theo,
that.
come on,
But
dude.
and
Like that's. I mean, again, I said at the beginning, like bad mistake after bad mistake this episode. I don't know how the chain even got into the car. No one else seemed to have the chain go down into the car. And
right.
then Theo, if you're gonna do it, how about this, Theo? If you're gonna do it once and just throw it out. Now, when I saw him even touch it the first time, I said, "Oh, he's gonna get DQ'd." And then the fact that he didn't get DQ'd for touching it even one time, I said, "Oh, just got super lucky." Theo, just don't touch it again. But then he can't take his hands off the damn thing. So he should have just thrown it
It
out
didn't
once and then been done with it.
agreed. This is another one of those. It didn't make sense to me. I don't think I'm a moron. Like I understood that it was in the car and he was touching it, but right, why was it in the car? Why did no one else have that? Why wasn't he
I
like,
don't.
stop, this is in the car? What he said at the end, or what he said to TJ, it was
Excuses.
wrapped around my leg or something. Excuses. But
Yeah.
now my other comment about this, and we'll talk more about Michaela, who I Michaela, no matter what she's saying, wrong or right, is like 10 toes down. So now I'm like, is she? Sometimes I doubt her, but now I'm like, is Theo a cheat? Because even TJ was mad at him. He's like, you just won't listen. You just
Right.
wouldn't listen. Like
$100%.
he said 5 or 6 times, he said, you're going to be DQ'd. It's like, God, Theo. So now I'm like, is Theo a cheaty?
I don't think so. I just think he was. Well, look, he definitely was trying to help the situation, and in that particular time, I don't think it was a cheating. It was a concern of getting less. So yeah, a little bit. Yeah, sure. I don't want to. He was
Sure, yeah.
cheating a little bit there for sure. However, what I looked at it, so yeah, he definitely deserved to be DQ'd. I'm fine with all that. But then, did you see Michaela's reaction to him getting DQ'd? Because that bothered me
Yes.
as well. She started
Oh,
running away in celebration. She couldn't contain herself. She was so excited. Like the over celebration of him getting DQ'd too. It's like, my God, Michaela, chill the F out. I
I
couldn't deal with it.
didn't see that, but I
Oh,
heard
watch
her
it
being
again.
like,
She runs away in glee. She's
Theo's
so excited.
cheating ways. Yeah, no, I heard what she said. I guess I was writing and I didn't see, but um I Adrienne was pissed
Of
finally.
course, she should be.
I love Adrienne's personality, I guess this or whatever her she gets to have she does make her mark this episode, and we'll get there in a second. But I loved it because at this point, it's like, oh, I'm the rookie and I'm doing what you say. But that was really annoying and frustrating and boneheaded. And I feel bad for her that she's going to have to go down there again because of his stupid ass mistake. So again, I love them. And thank God we still have them.
Yeah.
But I was everyone was seeming to be frustrated with him about that, his girlfriend as well as his partner. So
I
yeah,
think
that
he
just
finally
makes her
learned. Like, it was really cool to see it too, because during the daily challenge, he obviously was not listening. He refused to listen. Even during the elimination, he wasn't listening. Finally, his girlfriend steps in because Adrian looked like she was about to just walk away. And I was like, Adrian, are you seriously going to give up on this? And then Olivia kind of like says, no, just don't let him do it, whatever it is. And then she came
don't
in,
let him do
opened
him.
up her mouth even more and said, just let me do it, or whatever it was. And he finally backed down. I'm like, thank you, Theo. Jesus, how many times did I tell you? And then boom, they just look. At the same time, though, when you really looked at it, Jake and Anissa were not figuring this out anytime soon. But thank God Theo finally listened to Adrian and got this done right. So hopefully now this, some say mistakes help you grow. This might help them in the long run. Now that Theo maybe puts a little more trust into Adrian, because I felt like it was always the other way. Kind of Theo, especially in that log one, he dominated that elimination. The only reason they had to keep going was because Adrian couldn't stay on the log. Now it's flipped, and Adrian stepped her side up. So let's bring that together. Let's finish strong. If you guys finish or Olivia finishes first in the final, I'm fine with this at this point. And then I'll put Nani and Justin in third place. That's fine too.
So while we're talking about Adrienne and we're talking about this the final, so they've been in four eliminations, and then
Mm,
the first one was when she was just blindfolded. So literally that
yeah.
set the tone for their dynamic, where he was literally steering the ship and she was
Yep.
just taking commands. Thus far, she hasn't that we've seen her get frustrated with him not listening to her before, but we haven't seen whether or not she's right and he's wrong or whatever. We've
Yeah.
seen it sort of come together in the end. So I feel like she, based on what we've seen throughout the season, doesn't assert herself and say, listen to me if she's wrong. I don't think she's someone that just always thinks she has the right idea. Like
That's good.
she's not like, shut up, I'm in charge. Like she doesn't seem to be that way.
Right.
So I think she must have been doubly frustrated, A, to be there, and B, because I did see the title of the episode, I was terrified
Mm,
because of the title of the episode, A Super Good Birthday Present, and Theo's prophecy from the witch,
right.
that
Right.
thrice
The witch.
eliminations and
The psychic, the sure.
whatever. And he did seem just defeated. He seemed to go in with the wrong. He usually
Right.
has a cocksure attitude. I was like, this is disastrous. And I feel for Adrienne. And I'm so glad that they pulled it out because that would have been the shittiest
Yeah.
sending
E-
homie.
Even before the elimination, when they were there and they were talking to camera, he looked like he was out of it. And he's like, no, no, I'm good, I'm good. I'm like, you don't look good right now, Theo. What the hell's going on? And maybe he was concerned about his endurance. Hell, we are all concerned about his endurance this entire season. We saw him get better at it with some recent stuff. I think with that mini final, I think that was something that he did a little bit better in. But the beginning of the season, when they were running through that maze to solve the Sudoku or whatever, he was awful. So maybe he was concerned about his endurance for this type of thing. Those were heavy wire or cables they were
Yeah, and
throwing
he's
around,
tall. So you would literally, for
bending
him,
down
that's like
very
folding
far.
your body in half. I feel
Yeah,
like that would
yeah.
be, that's a long way down. I sort of understood that. And Adrienne, again, props to her, has
Hmm.
great endurance, which she's strong and she has a lot of endurance. So it's interesting to me. This is not, I'm not even trying to shade Anissa, but it's just the best comparison I can give in this situation
Mm.
where it's like Anissa, it's not the physicality. Someone can, Anissa's not 100, Anissa's about 5,000 pounds and can't move. Like, and Anissa could be in very good shape. Anissa, you are not very good. Like you, oh, people like to see someone. It's like Adrienne has endurance. Like you don't have to be tiny to
Right,
be
of
in
course
shape. I
not.
do get
But
that
that's my
point.
point, Pamela.
Like,
I don't think she
right.
trained. She
No,
didn't train for
it's
this. She didn't train.
well, that's what I'm saying. At this point, it's like, no, it's you. It's you. We're not saying someone
Here, I
that
got
doesn't
something
look
for you.
like Nani.
I'll stick up for Anissa for something that happened tonight. After the daily
Okay.
challenge, obviously, here I'll just say who uh Theo and Adrian are going into elimination because they got DQ'd, okay, automatically, all right? Moving on to the next thing. Now they're all concerned on like who are they going to vote for, all this stuff, right? So Anissa, or wait, who goes to talk to who? Anissa and Nani have a conversation,
So
right?
Anissa and Nani. So Anissa, so funny because this is what I wanted to talk about, and
This is the
I'm
big thing
excited to hear what
next.
you have to say because I think I have the opposite taste. So
You go first.
Anissa's saying she doesn't think Nani will say her name,
Right.
and then we go to Nani and Anissa having a conversation.
Yeah, go ahead. You give me your thoughts
No,
first.
you go because
Well, so in that conversation, here I'm trying to go back. Um, Nani give me your thoughts first so I can get mine together here because I'm trying to read back
okay.
what I wrote about it.
So what happens, there's a lot of things that are going on. So let me just recap some things that just for anyone that might not have paid a lot of attention to the episode. So Olivia and what's his name, hot guy, will win.
Okay.
And
Yes, they will.
Theo and Adrienne lose because of Theo's DQ. So it's what the other alliance really dreamed, even though they couldn't
Right.
control it. They wanted no votes on their side because one loses and one wins. So they have the three votes. Basically, they'd control the vote.
Right.
So that
So
was their
Anissa and
goal.
Jake think they're definitely going in no matter what.
So Anissa and
Right.
Jake, except for this is where, well, what do you want to take it away now? Because Anissa, do you remember? So this leads up to
Well,
Anissa's
Nani
conversation
got
with
mad
Nani.
at I was on Anissa's side for that conversation because last week Nani got mad at Theo for trying to save his side, right? He was trying to save his side.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
No,
And then
we're gonna have a fight. Well, a good
no, no,
fight, but
no.
you say
So
Nani got
Nani got
mad.
mad. Nani pulled Theo aside last week and said, "How dare you try to save your side?" And then this week she's mad at Nisa. She's mad at Anissa for doing what she did to Theo last week. I think is what my brain took from that conversation.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Mine is total disagree because well, Theo, first of all, like called her out in said, well, then pick Turbo to Nani in the vote. It's not the same as
I know it's not
Anissa.
exactly the same, right?
No, it's not. I mean, I don't think it's the same because for me, I was like, Anissa, what is I have to preface this with that. I love Anissa and I love Anissa. I'm
Okay.
always happy to see Anissa. I do love Anissa, and I am kind of always happy to see Anissa. And she gives us, in this regard, I'm like, what delusional, weird ass world are you living in where you there are two separate alliances? And Anissa also like literally made her choice and moved out
Oh,
of the room of one of
I
the
agree with you on all
alliances.
of that.
So in what world does Anissa think it's like because you're friends and I cannot if I had to do a shot every time Anissa said but we're friends about why someone shouldn't vote for her in, it's like what world you might be very good friends as we saw because I want to talk about her and Aviv, but you're in an alliance. There's your friendships and there's your alliance. And a good challenger knows that like your alliance is your alliance until it's not, and we'll see that coming. But at this point, it's like, no, Anissa, I'm not going to betray my alliance for you
Okay,
now because
Pamela,
we're friends.
I
Also, they're not
agree.
even really friendly. They like aren't even getting along right now.
Pamela, we're at a point in the game though where you might, if you're a Nani and a Justin, and you're up against Turbo, Sydney, Aviv, and Yermi, would you rather have them in the final or would you rather have Anissa and Jake? And so my point
It's
is,
not time for that
oh,
for Nani.
it could easily have been though, because literally, what are we thinking? Four teams make the final?
I mean, I didn't think it was out of the realm of possibility, which leads us back to, so sticking to the Anissa thread. So then I want to talk about, so should we get to the club? So then they're at the club
Yeah.
and Michaela, mine was Anissa. Oh my God, are you delusional? And like, Michaela, grow up. So
You can't, because she can't separate game from them. Just that's, I agree. She can't separate it.
that is
Aviv and
exactly,
Yirmi. So, well, Yirmi, all Yirmi's doing is what they show. He's just hanging out and talking with, I think, Anissa and some other people, whatever he is. But then when they show Aviv go and hug Theo, but this was next level. I can give Michaela a little something here. Aviv comes and hugs Theo and says, "I hope you come back," or whatever she says. I'm like, that one's interesting because they're not in your alliance, Aviv. So Aviv was pissing me off a little
they're
bit there.
not.
But Michaela
But
does need to separate.
oh,
You're
and
right, Pam.
also not against,
Hmm?
it's yes, Michaela needs to separate. Michaela, like, Michaela
She's had
again
it out
brings
for Aviv
something
for a couple weeks too, Pam, right? She's had it out for Aviv for a couple
for
weeks.
Theo. Oh, for
Aviv.
Aviv.
She's
Yes,
had it
that's what.
out.
Oh, sorry. You just jogged my. She's Michaela is sitting there like these people are snaking around and showing their true colors. It's like, Michaela, you've been trying to throw Aviv
Aviv.
in every every week. She's
Yeah.
in your alliance. And two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
Like Aviv can like Anissa as a person and be sad genuinely that she's going in and want her to win because she's worst challenger and she'll beat her. And also be on your loyal to your alliance as Aviv very
Aviva.
clearly proved. Aviva, I know a girl named Aviva, but Aviv proves during her thing, she's like, this is hard. It's not personal, but I'm rolling with
Right.
my alliance. Like, as simple as that. There's no, I'm in an alliance. You're not in it. I'm saying your name, Anissa. Like, that is, I don't know what delusion Anissa's living in that she thinks that that is not exactly what would happen. I do understand the like dream that it could be flipped at some point or something, but
Yeah.
that couldn't have been a surprise. And being shocked that Nani would do that, I'm like, you're in opposite alliances very markedly, and you and Nani are not like getting along right now. Like she chose side Ashley in all of this. Like, why do you think she would throw someone in there? That alliance right now, this week, this episode is in the perfect place that they wanted to be.
I agree. They're obviously four to
So
two. They're 4-2 at this point. But if not, if your Turbo doesn't care who he goes up against. I honestly think that Jeremy's just happy to be there at this point. He made it so far his rookie season, and he's younger than Turbo. Yeah, Turbo's 37, so he's got to
yeah,
be
no,
younger.
Jeremy's a baby.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he thinks like whatever, I'll be fine. And he's also been working with Sydney the whole time, so he wants, even though it's against Turbo, he still wants to have Sydney go to the final with him. So those two. But I'm telling you, if you're a Nani and a Justin, who's the fourth person in that alliance? Who's the other team that's left?
Aviv, Jeremy,
Yep.
Michaela, and
Oh,
Cedric,
Michaela and
who
Cedric, right.
will
So if you're Nani
Turbo
and
and
Justin,
Sydney.
right, but if you're Nani and
So
Justin, you're the fourth banana on that team, is my point. So why not just, I mean, look, I'm just saying, I know you want to go with the, but like if you swap sides this episode, you could have made it an effective change because then you'd go into next week. It wouldn't be 4-2, it would be 3-3.
well, you're
Just,
right.
well, I'm
I
not
get
right.
it,
It's
but
just
I
a, it's
don't
just a
think it would have been.
theory. It's just a theory, you
No,
know?
it's a good theory of how theoretically that would make sense because to your point, we also did see they literally are the fourth banana. So there's a final three with Sydney in that sort of that theory. She's like telling Yermi he should go talk to Cedric and Turbo about, remember when we
They
agreed
had the three
that we
guys, yes.
wanted the three of us to be in the
Yeah.
final
Where's
together.
Justin's not in that conversation? Whoops. I'm telling you, they're
Justin's
gonna
not.
throw them, they're gonna throw them to the dogs as soon as they can. And this was a chance. Not that I agree with what Anissa was doing. Like, yes, Anissa, you're definitely not on the you guys were not on the right side, but Anissa, come with a different game plan. Say, look, do you really think you're at the top of that alliance or are you at the bottom? Because we're looking for you to be on our in our top three because literally someone's most likely going home. But even though Anissa did end up went home, but
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I know. I thought Anissa was like pretty ridiculous for that at that point and being like, "Oh, I just thought our friendship." I mean, she did have those lines like, "I thought our friendship would prevent you from saving my name." And it just was
No, Anita, that's classic
ridiculous.
Anita. She's been doing that for years. She thinks everyone's her friend, and then she all of a sudden gets upset when the game has to be played, and she can't be friends with everybody. I mean, it's what happens every season with her.
Yes. And then again, Nani
But
was
then
nice.
Aviv
She's like,
is Michaela feels that way about Aviv, and that's the same in theory. She thinks that Aviv's trying to be friends with everybody, and that's pissing Michaela off. But like I said, I think if Aviv was pissing me off last week. She was bothering me tonight too at some points. But the one thing Michaela needs to do is you're out at a club, you're all drinking and having a good time. What? We have to stay on opposite sides for our alliance throughout the entire show. We can't go and talk to the other team
yes.
like about life or about things we like or just common things, like whatever we want.
Yes. And they all seem to like Theo, even though they want to get like Theo, they seem to understand separating game. The women of the house, that alliance that's anti-Theo, they all really do seem to really like Theo.
I mean, Aviv gave him
And
a hug
as a
tonight.
person,
Aviv gave him a
right,
big hug.
they did. And there's person versus game, and the game lines are drawn in the sand. But again, with Michaela, I feel like I figured out Michaela, the word for Michaela at this point is just immature. Like, oh, she's so fake. It's almost reminds me of Amanda. Not that she's like Amanda, but being mad about everyone doing anything game related and then being nice to someone. It's like I don't hate Anissa because she's not in my alliance. I did think the crying Aviv
Was a little much.
crying hysterically was moderately melodramatic, but Nani cried last week about having to vote in Turbo. I think at this point, and when you are a human person that cares for somebody, it doesn't feel good to like
She was in her
potentially crush.
she was rocking her emo hat too while she cried. So it was like too
What was
much for
with the
me.
hats tonight? There was a hat. I don't care
I
for the
didn't her
hats.
hat, I was like, what is this hat she's wearing? Now she's crying in the hat. I'm like,
Was it wacky hat night? Because
get out of
Theo
here
was
with the
wearing a
hat.
hat. Yeah, I didn't care for the hat. But yes, Aviv could chill. Michaela could grow up.
Well, listen,
Anissa
look,
needs to
go
get,
back and watch her run away in Glee when Theo gets disqualified. It's very immature as well. Just like stand there and be like, okay, he's going in. That's great for me. And no, she ran away like couldn't contain. She couldn't even hold herself to the ground. She had to run away like it was a little much. Let's go into this elimination because that's what's next. Loose ends. We talked about it a little bit. I'm telling you right now, Anissa just did not have it. All the cables, they got him on the ground, but then they were all still tied in a knot. They tried to trick us with all of the confessionals saying, well, it looks like Anissa and Jake are really organizing these things. I'm like, what do you mean? Organize them on the bottom of the spool, just sitting there, all lumped in little. They never pulled them out straight at all. Theo and Adrian had nothing to worry about once Theo listened to Adrian because she literally knew how to unwrap every. Me too. I was like, Theo, how are you not getting this? That clearly needs to go this way. And he's like, he was a mess. I'm not going to stand up for Theo. He was a freaking mess this entire episode. Thank you, Adrian, for keeping him in the game because you two are who I'm rooting for at this point. My God, if Anissa won, that would have been
yes.
awful. Yeah.
Thank God. I was terrified, Dan. I was at this point, I guess I'm rooting for Theo and Adrian. I was like, if Anissa and Jake, and I still have to go now, well, but
Dude,
Jake
people are talking all
send
online about how Jake and Will are the same person. It's not just us. It's pretty remarkable.
one's American and one's not, and one is
Well,
a golden
yes, that's
retriever.
there you
Jake
go.
seems like a really sweet guy, and Will seems like an asshole. So I don't want to conflate them. And I'm sure again. This is what the TV's showing me. They're the same. They I'm sure they're very different personalities. Jake's a great partner to Anissa. I
He
couldn't
is
tell
very
what the hell was
supportive.
going on. And the title of best birthday ever, I was like, holy shit, this is Theo's off his game tonight. They're going home to Jake and Anissa. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. So when the tides started turning, at least that we could see, I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. Theo said he's cramping. The way
They
I was
try to
like,
get you. Yeah, they try to get you.
they got me.
Yeah.
They got me. I was like, oh my God. And then thank goodness they pull it together. Olivia's got her, don't let him do him. Great line.
Great line. It was so
And
good. And
great
and you know
line.
what?
She's like, you do you then, Theo. No, don't let it, don't, not him do him.
That was
Not
so
he,
good.
don't
Like,
let
thank
him
you,
do him.
Olivia. for getting her back on track, getting her in there.
Thank you, Olivia.
And I think Theo heard Olivia as well, which says, "Oh, my girlfriend's telling me to back off. All right,
Yes.
let me reevaluate the situation." And thank God he did, because you know what? Them coming back, Theo is super entertaining in this house. He's making moves, he's being a naughty boy, as they say, and just pissing people off. It's great. Versus
He's
having Anissa and Jake. Jake is wallpaper. He's furniture. He's bored. He's still. He's not moving. He's not. He's a boring challenge character. I'd be shocked if they ever bring him back. Nice guy. Great. He's so nice to Anissa. So
the
supportive.
Joss of this season.
He is the
You're nice,
100% the
you're
Joss of this season.
attractive, you're like
And when's the last
you're a
time
nice,
he's been invited back? Exactly. Like no one wants to
yeah.
see these characters on their television. Same with that
At
other
least
girl
what we're
that
seeing.
was paired with Leroy. I never need to see her on the show again. I
Oh,
know you
no,
love her. I know
America.
you
I
love her
love
from Big Brother,
America.
whatever the hell she was on.
I love America. And hold on,
Oh,
because
there.
after,
Well, I love America in a different way. Uh,
right, I
just the
love
country. Yeah.
America, the contestant
Yes.
and the nation. But
The
so
nation.
we have to talk about are we so they win, Anissa goes home, bye. I mean, I guess Anissa and
Well,
Jake, bye.
she's probably not 13 and 13 in eliminations now. Maybe she's 13 and 15. I should look up her new score on eliminations because she was like
Okay.
500, but like she went into like 26 eliminations, and but this maybe she's like at 14 and 15 or 14 and 16 now. But a ton of
Okay.
eliminations, yeah.
No, Anissa also props. She had a good season. She did well. I I I don't know if it's, I feel like if you gave me Anissa versus a lot of other people in real life, I'd much rather be friends with Anissa. Having said that, like in
Okay.
real life, game wise, I don't know if it's just for storyline, but it's like you can't really, there's a delusion going on that I don't know if it's genuine or for storyline or to have a plot, or where it's like the shock that someone would say her name. It's like because you're in a different alliance. So that is where I'm just like, Anissa, come on.
So
I've that
and and just like for me, it's always performance for me with Anissa. She stood underneath those spool of cables. Go watch it again. She doesn't do anything. She stands there, and she was probably tired after moving one of them. She's so boring. I'm not.
no, she's
She didn't do anything, Pamela.
again,
She
I
stood there.
like Anissa as a person better than if again, if you put Anissa up versus this person, that person, I'd much rather probably hang out with Anissa than whoever the opponent is in this
Do you
theoretical
want me to give you
game.
names and then you tell
Having
me?
said that, I'm like, Anissa, are you really surprised? Or is this just, you just have to have some sort of plot? And when Ashley's saying you're probably not going to win in that whole fight,
Yeah,
Ashley's like, I'm probably not going to win. What?
that's
Like, that's where
great.
I'm like, are you
Way to bring that
legit?
up, Pam. Because guess what,
Yeah.
Anissa? Look in the mirror. You didn't win. Ashley was right. Oh man.
But also, dear, sweet Anissa, you never do. You never have.
That's
Nani, this might be Nani's. You could say the same. We could say, and many have said the same about Nani. It might just not be her season yet, but I do
well,
think Nani's showed up this season and is winning
right.
consistently.
And let's not just make this about the ladies. Leroy, look at yourself in the mirror too, man.
Leroy,
You're
but he's not as delusional. He's like, listen, I'm lucky to be here. Let's
and
skate under the
just like,
radar.
but like, Lenisa, look at your past on the challenge. You've made it to one final and you sucked in that final. And besides that, you've never really come that close. Maybe one other time she did come close. My point is, though, like the numbers are against you, Anissa. So the fact you're like, I can win this season, I'm like, where's the history that's backing that thought up? Because like,
Right.
just
And
be honest with yourself, right?
right. That's where, and again, I would like to defend, I think that as Nani said, and I'm loving, as we know, Nani this season, but she said again, I'm sick of the victim, Anissa, like, oh, you think because I'm, not in super good shape, I can't win. And no, it's not because of that. We've seen people that aren't in super good shape win.
Hmm.
We've seen CT pull out wins in not good shape. We've seen people do it. That's at this point, it's like, no, Anissa, it's because you're not super good at these things, which again, like I love you, but yeah, no, you're just, that's not why. That's not why someone's saying they don't necessarily think you're going to win.
Yeah.
It's
Again,
because of
I'll
your
say it.
performances.
Yeah, again, I'll say it. Look,
Consistent.
they're casting for season 42 right now. Literally, right now they're casting. Apparently they're calling everybody and anyone. They're trying to make 42 something amazing. I think they're concerned about being canceled. MTV's kind of going down the drain anyways in general. So they're trying to stay alive. And hopefully, and I know they're gonna bring her back for 42. This is just a guess. I'm just a, but please, come on,
Oh,
guys,
I
give
say
us an
bring her back, but
Anissa break. No
maybe
more
she wants
Anissa.
a break. Yeah, take a break, Anissa. So I have gossip that we have to talk about just because I don't know if you know about it,
All
but
right.
it's hilarious. And I almost sent it to you and Jenna, but then I forgot. So remember the cruise that we were like, we
Oh,
should go.
uh,
And then we looked it up and it was like $5,000 to like cruise around the Port of Florida for
I saw
something.
what happened. Oh, I saw.
Okay. So apparently I read Tori. I don't know. This is what I want to tell our Jenna too, and I forgot.
Hmm.
There is a Facebook group. Do you know? We should like post a link to the Facebook group because Tori,
Yeah.
who I love Tori, is like, we're so sorry. This is
Right.
terrible. It's unfolding for us. So let me back up.
They all put a statement out. They all put a statement out.
Said cruise is not happening.
Right.
And because essentially the challengers got scammed-ish by the
They said
organizers of this.
yeah, so Bananas was trying to get paid, and the guy said he got in a car accident and couldn't pay him. He's like, "Well, are you alive? Then you can get out of the freaking car and pay me."
Right.
Like it was really
Have someone at
sketchy.
your
So he didn't want it. So Bananas like, "I'm not going to go on this cruise without getting paid up front. I'll be there, right? Just pay me up front," which is how most people would want to be paid for something that's so just such an interesting type of job. Like you want to make sure that that is something you're paid, at least a
yes.
partial fee up front. So he didn't agree. But you know what? And it is what it is. But like we had talked about who was going on that cruise. It was Devin, it was Casey, it was Tori, Bananas, Mark Long, I think was showing up. But majority of the people I was like, man, about anyways. Not that we were really gonna go.
Cara. I think it was a Cara.
Maybe a
Someone was making
Cara,
me like,
yeah. But yeah, it's definitely
but
canceled for all of y'all that were excited.
people,
Yeah,
this is what I'm so shocked about because I haven't been on Twitter in like since AfterBuzz, and then I got on because I wanted to do things, and people are like, look at who's going. No wonder it's a scam. And I'm like, no, they're the people. This is a job. They're working. They're not going
right.
for fun to hang out with their fans. And I haven't
You'd
looked at
hope it would
all
be
the
a little
details
bit
yet.
about that, but sure, yeah. They
I
want money,
mean, no,
obviously, though.
but
Yeah.
of course, that's what it's an engagement. It's like going to it's a paid engagement. They're not
It's a
like,
Comic-Con on the seas in a way.
it's a Comic-Con on the sea, even more than that, because that's promotional. That's actually, you show up for 40 minutes at a panel
Well,
and then you
there's
leave and
two,
you're promoting.
or you go in, or you have your own booth and you pay, like they pay per autograph you
Oh,
sign and take pictures.
those people that
There's
are pay
two,
to play. But if you're like going to see, you
I know,
know, Superman talk,
right, I know.
Superman's paid to be there.
I
Like the
get,
guy
yeah, no,
playing
yeah,
Superman in the Superman movie. These are the Supermans. They're not buying a booth.
right. The
And
cast of the
they're
new Superman's going to
they're
be there. Yeah.
the right. They are the cast. People
No.
are
I mean,
coming
but my
for
point is
them.
those people that are doing the booths, they're also famous for a certain thing they did in the past, and they're being paid by all the people that wait in their damn
Right.
lines. Autograph costs this much, picture costs
Yes.
this much, message on your cell
That's
phone
what
costs
Luke
this
said.
much. Where are
He
you?
said it's like attending one of those things, like if Greg Brady goes to like a fandom thing and gives out Greg Brady pictures.
Greg
Greg Brady,
Brady. I love that
I
you.
don't know. I'm trying to think of, well, we're
No,
thinking of
that's
someone that
fine.
is still signing headshots. Like, I don't know. But yes, like, no, they're not going there because they love you. I mean, not that they don't enjoy their fans, but that's where I'm like, what world are people like mad at the challengers who, of course, they want to get paid. They're
Look,
not like greedy. They're like,
the majority of people
can't
out
Tori
there,
afford her own hotel room? I'm like, this
right.
is a booked engagement. It's shady if you haven't. Tori said, we don't have any travel plans yet. We gave them till Monday to finalize all this.
I
Nothing's
know.
been done. Like,
Look,
yeah,
look. most of the people I think were understanding. There's just the people out there that were just butthurt that maybe they had booked for that cruise already and they weren't going to get to meet
Well,
them out.
hopefully
Who
those
knows?
people can all get their money back from whoever I don't know all the particulars, and I feel
Maybe
bad for everyone involved. But it's like these people weren't shelling this cruise, hawking buy your tickets to this cruise for
without having
fun.
them
Like
there. Yeah.
it was a yes, it's a I mean, I feel like I feel bad for them as much as I feel bad for anyone that wanted to attend it. But I just
Yeah.
think it's funny that we wanted to attend it and we're like, that is way too much money.
Mm.
And now it's not happening. And the other funny gossip that I have is the way Michaela's obsessed with Theo. I feel like these little things that get through social media into my zeitgeist, even though I'm not following them, are Bananas is like obsessed with America. I feel like every other word out of not the country, but the person that he's always trying to like talk about America. Because you don't even know who she is. And I'm like, why is Bananas constantly talking about her? Maybe she didn't try and make out with him the night she tried to make out with everybody else.
I don't know. It's a story that I think they didn't want to tell us on the show, and he's telling us instead. He's like, you know what?
I
You guys don't
guess
want to show
so.
it? I'll talk about it. All
Yeah.
right. I'm out of here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
that's
dinner
all I
with the
got.
fam. We'll see y'all next week.
Okay.
Episode 16 next week. Maybe 5 more episodes of this thing. Who knows? We'll oh my God, that's so many episodes.
It
We'll,
does. The
we'll see you
long
then.
and winding road.
Yeah, windy road. Exciting stuff though. Can't wait to watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Yeah.
really into the season. So we'll see y'all next week. Bye.